Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Miss Musarat Ayani. I am a teacher to student at Rehan School, Lahore campus. Today we talk about understanding the physiology of motivation. Motivation is the inner force that drives our thoughts, actions, and goals. It explains why we start, continue, or stop certain behaviors and life. Understanding the physiology of motivation helps us discover what inspires people, how habits are formed, and why discipline sometimes wins our desire. When we understand motivation, we can improve productivity, build better habits, and create a meaningful direction in life. So let's start with ChatGPT. Hi ChatGPT.
Hey, I'm here and ready to help with whatever you need. What's on your mind today?
Today we talk about understanding the physiology of motivation.
Absolutely. It's such a rich topic. Are you thinking about what drives people to take action, or maybe how different psychological theories explain motivation?
What are the main types of motivation?
Yeah, great question. So, broadly, motivation can be broken down into a few key types. There's intrinsic motivation, when we're driven by internal rewards like personal growth, versus extrinsic motivation, which comes from external factors like money or praise. Then there are theories like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self determination theory, and goal setting theory. Is there a particular one you'd like to dive into?
Okay. Why do people lose motivation over time?
That's a really common question. A lot of times it's because that initial excitement or purpose fades, especially once challenges or setbacks happen. People often struggle with a lack of clear goals, too much external pressure, or simply a disconnect between their values and their daily actions. So, keeping motivation alive often means reconnecting with purpose, setting small milestones, and being kind to yourself in the process.
What role do goals play in motivation?
Ah, great point. So, procrastination often kicks in when there's a gap between our intentions and our actions. It could be fear of failure, feeling overwhelmed, or just not knowing how to get started. When we delay tasks, it drains our motivation even more, creating a cycle. Breaking tasks down into smaller steps or just starting with something easy can help us push through that barrier.
How do emotions influence motivation?
Yeah, emotions play a huge role. When we feel positive emotions like excitement, hope, or pride, we're much more likely to take action. On the flip side, negative emotions like fear, stress, or self doubt can really deplete our drive. Often, regulating emotions through things like mindfulness or reframing challenges can help us stay motivated even in tough times.
Can fear be a source of motivation?
Absolutely, it really can. Fear, when understood and channeled properly, can push us to prepare more, stay alert, or avoid bigger risks. It's often about balance. Too much fear can paralyze us, but a little can keep us moving towards safety and success. So it can definitely fuel action if we just let it overwhelm us.
How does reward affect human behavior?
Of course, if you think about it, fear often acts like a signal. It's telling us, hey, something matters exactly. And when we pay Yeah, absolutely. When we acknowledge fear as a guide, it can help us focus on what we need to do next. So it's not about avoiding it, but using it as a cue to take thoughtful action. And that way, fear can actually strengthen our motivation to move toward what really matters.
What is the role of self-discipline and motivation?
That's a great point. Discipline acts like a stabilizer, it keeps us moving even when motivation dips. So, by building habits and sticking to routines, even when we don't feel like it, we create a foundation where motivation can catch up again.
How do habits connect with motivation?
Exactly. Discipline and motivation are kind of like a feedback loop. Discipline builds the structure, so even on days when motivation fades, you still progress. And then as you see results, that success sparks new motivation, keeping the cycle going.
Why is consistency important for staying motivated?
Yeah, consistency is key because it builds momentum. When we show up regularly, even in small ways, we train ourselves to trust the process. That steady rhythm keeps us from getting overwhelmed and it turns motivation into a long term habit.
How does mindset affect motivation?
Yeah, definitely. When we don't have a sense of progress, we can feel stuck or disheartened. Even small wins help us see that we're moving forward, and that fuels more motivation. Without that sense of progress, though, it's easy to lose momentum.
Can motivation be learned or developed?
Absolutely. Motivation is kind of a skill we can cultivate. By setting clear goals, practicing positive self talk, and creating routines, we can strengthen that inner drive over time. It's like a muscle. So the more we work at it, the more natural it becomes.
How does environment influence motivation?
Oh, it's huge. Our environment shapes our focus, energy, and even our habits. A supportive environment, like having positive people around or a clean, organized space, can really boost motivation. On the other hand, a chaotic or negative environment can drain it. So it's all about setting yourself up with the right surroundings.
What role does confidence play in motivation?
Exactly. Confidence plays a big role because when we believe in ourselves, yeah, exactly. Confidence kind of acts like a fuel. It helps us trust that we can overcome obstacles, and that belief keeps us moving forward, even when things get tough.
Why do some people stay more motivated than others?
Yeah, that's a great question. A lot of it has to do with mindset and external factors. People who stay motivated often have a clear why, strong routines, and a growth mindset. They see setbacks as learning, not failure. And sometimes external support, like a mentor or a community, keeps them accountable.
How does stress affect motivation levels?
Yeah, stress can be a big factor. In small doses, stress can actually boost motivation, kind of like a little push to get things done. But when it becomes chronic or overwhelming, it really drains our energy, makes it harder to focus, and can zap motivation altogether.
What is the connection between motivation and success?
Yeah, they're really intertwined. Sustained motivation often leads to consistency, and that consistency is what creates real success. As we stick with something, we see progress, and that reinforces both self belief and the drive to keep going. So, motivation sparks and sustains success over time.
How do small goals help increase motivation?
Ah, that's a great strategy. Small goals give us those quick wins. They're achievable, so we feel a sense of progress early on. And that sense of achievement fuels our drive to tackle bigger goals. So we stay motivated step by step.
How can positive thinking improve motivation?
Yeah, positive thinking is really powerful. When we focus on what's possible and visualize success, it reduces self doubt, keeps us resilient after setbacks, and helps, of course. So, by cultivating a positive mindset, even when challenges arise, we build a kind of mental resilience. That resilience helps us bounce back faster, stay focused on progress, and keep that motivation alive over the long term.
Okay. How do leaders motivate others?
Yeah, great question. Leaders motivate by setting a clear vision, offering support, and showing their own commitment. When they recognize progress, give meaningful feedback, and empower people to take ownership, it sparks a sense of purpose and drives others to keep going.
How can someone rebuild lost motivation?
Exactly. To deepen motivation, someone can connect their actions to their core values, like finding deeper meaning in what they're doing. They can also reflect regularly, celebrate progress, and adjust their goals to stay aligned with what really matters to them.
Okay. Okay, thank you. ChatGPT. Thank you. Thank you for exploring the physiology of motivation. May this understanding inspire you to take action, stay focused, and never give up on your dreams. Every small steps forward is a powerful sign of growth. So, thanks to all.